There's a poem written by a very famous English poet at the end of the 19th century. It was said to echo in Churchill's brain in the 1930s. And the poem goes, "High upon the hill of summer, lazy with the flow of streams, hark, I hear a distant drummer drumming like a sound in dreams. Far and near and low and louder on the roads of earth go by, dear to friend and food to powder, soldiers marching soon to die." Those who are interested in poetry, the poem is The Shropshire Lad, written by A.E. Housman. But what Housman understood, and you hear it in the symphonies of Nielsen too, was that the long, hot, sylvan summers of stability of the 19th century were coming to a close, and that we were about to move into one of those terrifying periods of history when power changes. And these are always periods, ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by turbulence and all too often by blood. And my message for you is that I believe we are condemned, if you like, to live at just one of those moments in history, when the gimbals upon which the established order of power is beginning to change, and the new look of the world, the new powers that exist in the world, are beginning to take form. And these are, and we see it very clearly today, nearly always highly turbulent times, highly difficult times, and all too often very bloody times. By the way, it happens about once every century. You might argue that the last time it happened, and that's what Housman felt coming and what Churchill felt too, was that when power passed from the old nations, the old powers of Europe, across the Atlantic to the new emerging power of the United States of America, the beginning of the American century. And of course, into the vacuum where the two old European powers used to be were played the two bloody catastrophes of the last century. The one in the first part and the one in the second part, the two great world wars. Mao Zedong used to refer to them as the European civil wars, and it's probably a more accurate way of describing them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we live at one of those times. But for us, I want to talk about three factors today. And the first two of these is about a shift in power. And the second is about some new dimension, which I want to refer to, which has never quite happened in the way it's happening now. But let's talk about the shifts of power that are occurring to the world. And what is happening today